This video is brought to you by Gladiator Concealment and S4 Tactical Gear. Links are in the description box below. What's up, guys? It's Michael and Kyle with AKM Tactical. We appreciate y'all watching. I want to take a few minutes today and talk to you guys about the importance of having some good medical knowledge. You know, in this day and age, really in any day and age, but you know, having medical is so important. It is actually more important than all this. This is the cool guy stuff and it's fun, but having medical is super important. And we got a little story that we're going to kind of talk about and give you a little feedback on.
So a guy that I follow on Instagram, he's got an awesome page. He is Embrace the Recoil, and he's a shooter. He shoots, I think it's maybe IDPA matches. I'm not real sure. But anyways, I enjoy his stuff. I enjoy, you know, watching some of his short videos. I don't know if he has a YouTube account or not, but I just follow him on Instagram. But anyways, the dude was at a match, and on one of the later stages, a gentleman had collapsed. The man collapsed. They immediately checked for a pulse, you know, started CPR. There was an AED on site. They got the AED there, cut the man's shirt away, called EMS. In 10 minutes, EMS had got there. He was breathing again, and he had a pulse. They got the guy to the hospital. The doc told the family that, hey, if they hadn't done CPR, hadn't had the AED there, your husband probably wouldn't be with us right now. The guy has carried a pistol in his post, he says, for 12 years, never needed it. He took a class, a medical class, training class, 3 weeks prior to this, and used it. And guys, that's the reality of the world that we live in. You pray to God that you'll never need this, but people die all the time, every day, everywhere. You know, people collapse in public. I've taken care of patients that have collapsed, and their family started CPR on them, or you know, I've taken care of people that that somebody collapsed, and you know, they tried CPR and it didn't work. Blah blah blah. But it's easy for us to preach this because it's part of our job. It's our career. So we, you know, we have professional training. We went to school for it. We had on-the-job training. We use it in practice. Although I don't think either one of us has ever used it outside of work. Have you?
No, I haven't. Now my sister is she's a nurse practitioner. She's used it once out in public. It was actually on my uncle. My uncle collapsed, and she performed CPR till EMS got there. But I have worked on patients that collapsed at home and people did CPR. I have worked on patients that collapsed at home and nobody did anything. You know, and those people probably, maybe, potentially could have been saved if somebody would have just had a little bit of knowledge, just a little bit of knowledge. And you know, kudos to this guy for first of all seeking the knowledge, and then second of all to have the guts to step up and use it when the time came. I have seen people freeze up and not be able to do what needs to be done.
Trained professionals. I've
seen trained professionals freeze up and not be able to do what needs to be done when the time came. Because of whatever reason. You know, maybe because it was a child, maybe because it was just whatever the reason. I've seen people that couldn't step up and do what needed to be done. And it takes guts to step up, especially when you're not being paid to do it. You know, this guy was just shooting a match. Guy fell out. He jumped in and did what needed to be done. You know, he had nothing to gain from that. And I hate to put it like that, you know, because we are paid to do the job. But that's not really why we do it. I know for me personally, I don't do it for my paycheck. You know, when I got into
paycheck ain't enough.
Well, it's not enough for what we do. But when I got into it because I wanted to help people. You wanted
to make a difference.
I wanted to make a difference. It's a good paying job, you know, but I wanted to make a difference too, and I wanted to help people. And that's why we do it, for me anyways. And I feel like that's the same for Kyle. But you know, get some medical training. If you can't do anything else, if you just refuse to carry a tourniquet, you refuse to learn, you know, like TCCC type stuff. If you just refuse to do all that, take a basic CPR class.
Yeah.
Just take a basic CPR class.
They should teach it in every school.
Yes.
They should have a refresher course every year.
Yes.
They should teach you how to use an AED.
Yeah, absolutely. AEDs are not difficult to use. I mean, the instructions are right there on the machine,
and they tell you,
and they're big pictures. I mean, it's pretty Stone Age instructions there. You can kind of, a caveman literally could look at it and say, oh, and put it here and there. I mean, it's not difficult to use, but get some training on it. Get some basic, just BLS, basic life support training. If you're not going to do anything else, because that's all he needed here. Was basic, just
that's
BLS.
all he used.
That's all he used, and it saved his man's life.
And I think it intimidates a lot of people. And guys, let me tell you, basic first aid and CPR is not rocket science, guys.
No, it's not.
Nursing isn't rocket science. Even advanced cardiac life support, the stuff that we're certified in, isn't rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
It's just a few algorithms, and you just work through the problem.
Yep.
And so we don't want you to think that we're like, you know, propping ourselves up there as, you know, medical professionals that do life-saving work, all the blah, blah, blah. It's just part of our job, and we want to encourage y'all to just learn the basics.
Yep.
And by learning the basics, you can save some lives, guys. You can change someone's outcome. You can change their life. You can change their family's life. Just by having that knowledge and then taking the initiative to step in and do what needs to be done.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of places you can do BLS online.
Yeah.
You don't even have to go anywhere and take a class necessarily. I think American Heart does it online, and it has an online simulator and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it all online right there. You know, they want you to train with a dummy, but I mean, you can get a lot of knowledge right there. I mean, it's not rocket science, and yeah, it can save lives. It did here.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
It did here.
And it does all the time, guys. I mean, you know, taking care of patients that, you know, would have died had their, you know, the people around them not started CPR, and they made it, and they went home. So, you know, just think about that. If one of your loved ones or if you collapsed for, you know, some weird reason, maybe you had a heart attack, maybe you went into a fatal rhythm, maybe you had a stroke, you know, maybe you're choking, whatever, you would want someone there with the knowledge and the initiative to go to work on you.
Yep. And that could be you.
Yep.
That does that for somebody else, because you'd want it done for you.
That's right.
Anyways, you got anything else, man?
No, guys, go get training. Seek it out. It's important, and the world's a better place with more trained, knowledgeable individuals. So.
Absolutely. Guys, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them in the comment section below. You can always jump over to the Facebook page. We always go into a more in-depth conversation there. We will also provide links to all of our social media outlets, akmtactical.com, and our sponsors in the description box below. But anyways, guys, we appreciate y'all watching, and y'all be safe.